Makwaba Ediba boys and girls show and say Naka we expect to be regular host nan so and the bonus regular host and the way yam banty me and I'm a tigre me baby di chiaming or Jumedian. And I'm meeting Emma Mr. Listo, meeting Eddie Foster Romanus with me from Alpha Romanus, O for Romanus, M for Manus. Any day can wofie na fa je wani yo ntina se na metre ma Mr. Listo asa na ye ne da no ye wasem a edadwa a ye ba bedi hu enkomo anase ye ba be ka ho asem ye ye hu ne se emebu ne mmabawa na aba no ye wade bi ase a abo ana ate epese ewo youth ntem ye nnuro a wo use se a bibia ba ye se friend se unim eti na ye pese ye hwe de ma sa ne ma nyina ba ene ho sinsan so ne de etoatoa so enti wa wo ho no so betimi ede eye wo wadwinche ne yi aba show no so but before that ma menda ya boafo ase ye de ye GH Media Schools ye ka GH Media Schools and ye ka GH Media School and I say GH Schools ne ka GH Schools and ye GH Media School, GH Fashion School, GH Cosmetology School, GH Catering School, and a GH Technology School. See, a fashion that near Matadia, I share no a one of GH Fashion School, a year old students, and a year mammy, a friend style with the day, intimidating as a pass or mammy, and a year walk Kivo. Almost so Adaroma and I day a Jumedia Bakivo, our Kivo, a Gary mix. Was it the here any so Mr. Listo Bessie and fine so she and count a year so pet. And I shit on also so a shit a year could you say Odivia and a twin man a shego. Saji above one cry to a bar, your betua a year and common. Boys and girls, boys and girls.
Ba GH Schools. Sawoba GH Media. Yetres Journalism and Media Studies, Journalism and Media Arts, Television and Film Production, and Multimedia Production. GH Cosmetology School. So Yetre Makeup, Eye Enhancement, Body Massaging, Body Therapy, Hair Technology, Pedicure, and Manicure. I say GH Fashion School. Yetre said ye pam ladies and men wear, children's wear, bridal wear, any suit. Ebano GH Catering School Swa. Yetre cake decoration, pastries, juice making, event decorations, and hotel management. GH Technology School. Besia computer networking, hardware, and software, CCTV installation, and home security. GH Schools. Your state-of-the-art studios. Yes, industrial standard equipment. Your hostel facility at a bank school. No. Your instant admissions. Before forms. Our GH Schools premises. Anata forms. Our online. Shisha Yachi Crying. Our Achimota Abofu. Yaben ICGC. Achimota New Station area. Freyen. GH Schools. Train. Practice. Achieve.
Oh, yeah, that's a say, Onyam, a train, yeah, the aboa so assay. And there, send a mecaya no, yan common a yedin, yeka and rua ye mebuno, ashas ye, a 2 who esisu. Now, answer a beshan common as yet, moma a year, me panel, ewa, and I say, me. My bedroom for me that's in Canina or Chemitrino. Why are dear pa? It will be Ben Kumsuno me what the sweet boy a year adjust Stephen Tete. Or no Enna Odi and Mema and I say I can't a drone so dear. The Odi and man named a Fafa Belinda Jiwonu. Papa, I beni say I can drone so dear. Agro and Quan. It is here, Madame Abeja for a dinner fade a man so send a one now why a friend, Mumma some mamma. Ah, why a debt? And a man and send him why. Sir, it is a Siano, Obia, I credit there. Mumma Yanto Assemno, and your day. Emma, a man named Maya Moa Siciano. Question here says Siciano. I say drugs abedane something that's very paramount mumu. Yedi kind yebe define a drug ni saying how do we explain this drug scenario no me start free a man ho no me start free man no bo okay ma me man no e me man no say a dey ebisa ne say ye ka drugs a e dey na eba adwen mu den na ye dwen ho na ye nimu say drug and I say no eye.
Okay, so based on this discussion, no, drugs no and as in drone yendra emebunu ne fa ema sebe omutumi ni oba da eche and as omutumi dina omona so che that is how they see it. That is the general definition of drugs, performance enhancement drugs. But
so narrow no co performance now. The general you know better than drugs and kasa said drugs.
Okay,
yeah.
And the general way in draw doctor and I say doctor and share that and trauma will say koto because of yaribi yare now we use to illicit drugs that have not been prescribed by a medical personnel.
So that means you are talking about the illegal ones.
Yes.
But you share the general understanding of drugs.
So basically, a drew ya zibiara or ban fee as on your. For example, the Utio another one baby and me drew or bon by another or you feed them no.
Yeah.
And so generally, drug is anything or any remedy that cures or prevents you from any harm of the body.
Okay.
And to honor any general meaning of drug.
Okay.
So when we say drug, that is the meaning.
Right. Fine. Oh, before for one, yeah.
Drug, and I say a drua. A waya can't cast me back as a nubna. A CC ni pedia aqua, and I say a ye fin, a free nipos in the pahubeti.
Okay.
They can a dru. It is a drag a bat ya can't cast my back as a nubna, a tinny pediano. Money and what they and a yapping.
Before for one, and I mean call a man honor. Say a man enya an understanding. A man, most of my kind is saying.
Mekane say eye nyuma ya ye de boani pedua a esani pedua no yare.
Okay. All right, that's great. Before for a yana.
Yeah, drugs are anything we take inside the human body to protect our immune system. They protect us from, they relieve us from the pain we feel or anything we want to find a solution to within the human body.
Okay. It is a say yin ya be hu say ne drug ne tie na. E den ne ma afedie eye emebu no epese omo fa no illegally abedane a term and say a cloud ama omo fa you know to do certain things. What did I mention? I say no. Say I say abedane a norm, a way of living. Say even like success cano. Dear illegal no crampo no almost a beam. Say muma near many beer a ma say in Rona an ye fan illegally. A man remember yeah.
The oral Romanus. Blame no fan with Bema a man.
Okay.
HSA. Only obey duo. Na only no only ninya in Kitown dear in Paso in Kitown dear. Of Phyllis senior obi onine jai. Oman ni ji won pem no mutumi mbo homoden saa intino bi wo ho ana ode ho abufu abetichiro uko so say mood swings intini saa no na opushu say onso kofa aduro na woni no embeda na ne hu sane no
nti anu nti na ma mo efa enro no
me say ni dem en fa bi.
Oh, okay.
Because she bibie no a say ode wa hoɔden anyankopɔn de ama wo na woni oba Asia na wo use sa hoɔden no keke.
Okay.
Now so ebi mo ema no suban no eno na pushi mema ni bi say omko fa aduro no.
Okay. So that's a way
Okay. Mama so my can there. Dam in Junior Kano. To be precise, ebia yen may abuse in drinking day. Mfa trauma do, mfa example.
Okay.
In the olden days, my mom
used to work at the military hospital. So, Obo used to tramadol. Did be a so the Nibia and other Ubino touch manner or a very deep cut into a pede Nipononoma. Order another only Philippine.
Aha, okay.
Yes.
A tipping is so.
Some of the Bahadia. Tisama, where is abusing doing the young what today? Trauma was a far, only the pain. Nayaka for a double. Now, if you be honest, being a apprentice, so don't age on a age no criminal. Oh, yeah, very, very, very bad.
Very, very bad. Okay, what are some other ways Emma ye far in non illegally? Yeah.
Okay, make us say, and password gone here can one simple right now.
You do ho.
Yeah,
share all the other reasons in here. You differ illegal drugs.
Okay, we watch from Sato. Okay, drag next to the Miss Mecca saying, because uti ewa dansi dibia miti free ubia na oka ne bonica efa drugs on say eno na no omofa ena akronfo ne omo mudie wudi sem no fa no right now e de ye eniema nipa ne gina ho eka se omo nom ansa no makwa abonten ora womanus be say be calculate ye wugina ho na akwa na eka de na nipa jenani ma wotimi so ohun ni se ntatia.
Okay.
It will cast a farmer noa. The least in Kuan so bit my tebia or this a kind of ebe chow keke. When Kuan the Becca
I said, I don't know Buano Mane, it to me very aggressive. Okay.
It's ama I give you room among Kofobi, it's me dibonea or mon you know, it's any.
Okay. Any other? Yes.
Romanus. Meso kakama kakao say a misinformation.
Okay.
And Emma inuanumu ebinum efa indrono ediania omoje no. Meka akofim say van say what say na menua e kan say na mama ye adwuma o hospital.
Yeah.
Say what bibi say na wan te nchechiremu ni yie because tramadol no your amount FDA ajatum. There is a milligram FDA ajatum, and there is another one omunjin tumu. That is what they are selling behind the bars.
Okay.
Illegally. Because there is no way a Obeko hospital doctor be prescribing a drug is stronger than your immune system.
Yeah.
Onim say it will damage your immune system. But omona na mechi na omotonton get to any enquiry channel. Omaka che boys ni say wonu mo a ema wonya hoden e de ye dwuma na wo hye no.
Okay.
Don't that share the dream say first day my number ko. Wonim say immune system no so no bibi ekọ oyim no as time goes on it will react to whatever that enters. In the one first month one number ko afi wo say oh ba ko no man ya wo hwe mama ye no 2. Why ya about 2-3 months 2 no we ya wo hwe nti mama ndọgbo no enyan 5. What is sabon say why be addicted to whatever you are taking into the body. In the bon say as time goes on now we try on slowly but what they we there unim.
Okay. All right. Any other?
Yeah. Oral Romanus. So media say some of the reasons they say peer pressure.
Okay.
Me who say oh madam for presido afa odiakoye juma oba no one feel body pains bia. So he will tell me say oh usu betimi afa born say in the beginning I wasn't ready to take it, but because of the influence now the cancer anyone in our chair say oh it's good for me, you know, and I'm the far back oh me use it and oh it's good. Now me for 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd come and see that instead of you to use it for the right purpose, you come and abuse it.
Okay.
That is how come it becomes an addiction. And to be say, it will reach a point where in the day, one funnel, the way you're supposed to take it, or maybe if at first you used to take it once a day, but now you take it 5 times a day. Say, one fa and now when you amount you see that you will be feeling slow in your system and you will be feeling weak. Okay. That is some of the things that
are very addicted to it.
So like one yakra, then you feel like your world is not up to total.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, manis. Kakra me work now, and it's a menu no kabibi.
ahyase no say a man na ama boys no and I say for efa drugs no plenty just because of sexual satisfaction. Ni ne nya adwen.
Okay.
Because yan hwɛ time a mo start boys and for shots so mo smoke weed. And yeah, man, they catch their boys and uncle for some go smoking weed. They started from weed to super glue.
Hey!
They started from weed from super glue.
Super glue?
From super glue. I'm coming. I'm trying to explain something here.
Okay.
From super glue to Raffinol. From Raffinol to 225. From 225 to ecstasy. It is on and on and on. Coming from that, they call cough syrup. They have different types of cough syrup. Lean and cool, differs and things. And yet, sex into no mufa syndrome. We are getting it all wrong. Say, for weed, people have been smoking weed, and when they get high, I don't know what they feel, but also the omu feeling no. To wafa weed ni sa hwa weed na M1 biom. We
adane kontomre.
From weed to say ofa we to say bia there are different types of weed. Enya cocaine po.
What a weed no susu wa hodo.
Your amnesia. Weed na nkasa ne. On say weed no there were different types.
Hey,
weed no omo twitwa weed ni wi and one weed in one, and a dangerous thing weed in Nankasa. Yeah, there is oil. There is oil.
And normally
a very dangerous weed in Nankasa. Those are the things, and no seconds a cool muna but those are the things they enjoy most. And your man, a catch a youth and they say, Omokofa, and I say, Bisa. Wow. One say, or Phyllis of a soy high. Omo Phyllis on person how obi the fra drink, obi the fra juice, obi the mbimu the cake, mbimu the drink, omo the nyama bebree. So when you were a young guy or a young lady and you are being invited out there for a house party and you don't take time before you realize you are gone. Because the beer makes you inside will be a nyama.
Gone too soon, and I said,
oh no, when this better now there will be paso on my foul style baby. Because the moment of a father and a bit days off. Because unfair bida. You have no idea about those things.
Okay.
See, every drug which is out there has a purpose of being manufactured. Tramadol, omo manufacturer say omo de be idea, and you're illegal.
Yeah.
But your ways of using the tramadol and I'm arresting for because of that. I take 225 tramadol. I have some. You are surprised. Maybe no tramadol and 225. Maybe was stomach ulcer. A drobia new out the bamia. A be juma. Me and bar. Doctor ne prescribe man. And a tramadol no some. One tablet. You be able to 6 at the mammy. Ketuano. And I'm a far. A be ma ulcer ne be cough.
One of the 6.
6 na yebubuno. And now no ma. They bring bimo. Bebre also patients, bebre doctors or pewasem or just go and take it.
Wow.
That is what is helping me because me to me
okay.
So me be I just copy warm water. Na manom. Ansa na me to me me refi me ho na me nya me di and I say me num so enyu problem aba.
Aje amaw the
aje makope tramadol 225 no. Ye bubu be 6. Na ma fan sana me ho beto ansa na me yefun no be den e be kofom.
Okay. Mame we na men call.
So sometimes no enye kwan ya obefa so obenu medu na obeyusu eduro no enema e be hu say ye bone. Tramadol no mo manufacture some de be ya de is for accident patients sometimes.
Okay.
But kwan ya obefa so obe abuse no ene be affect one kasa. Enti na bebre enti ase no.
Wow, mame bra man ho no mo. E man first of your mamo accusation say e monti na e man mema na Abizen, mo ne ya adwena mo ne nya adwen. Aden na mo ne nya adwen. Den e mamu mo nso as mo call to that extent to taking the drugs more than you should take.
Okay. Mr. Romanus.
Yes.
The drug intake nankasano, we take it for pain reliefs.
Okay.
But then the moment we abuse it, that's where.
But
the
why
problem
do you abuse it?
Okay, some people abuse the drug because of the pain they are going through. Obi wa depression or fame no. So
Okay.
one fa bibia and
So for mental reasons.
For mental reasons, some of them. And then some to obi wa say ordinary kanya adia, the person cannot do it.
Adie banks are to set them.
Oh, they know. They know what they
Who are the day? Who are the day? No, day no day.
The men know what they do.
So it's you because nothing will be because mona mo force your mom so
and then even aside that, some people want to engage themselves into some social vices like armed robbery. Obi wa the person is not that fit, but for means of survival, you know, just for bibi. Now why she why hide now why the obey. And then when it comes to even sexual intercourse, as a man there. One last year, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Just say, yeah, so there is no even need. 2 minutes, then you are good to go. There is no need for you to go and take drugs so that you stay at all your horse.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, yeah, Maya.
Na me bra eka say me say peer pressure. Asen sem ne kama mbema no kwa ye mba no so. Enam ye kasa so ema mba bebre fandrio.
How?
I to say obi eyare na afira no ho to no ne so ate. Ehu wa ene wa fondodo ene ukom ene wa ha say na wakoto eduru na wo say bia ono ne ba ko no. Opese obamu ntem no wanoma bo ho say na funu nyina hyehye wo hye media no so a one lady okoto aduro say ode beye neto na neto aya akese afi de eto no aduro no ama na funu mum na aya akese nti
wow.
And waba media no so say ka say wo hye mum obi enkoto sa aduro ni bio ye wo bibia ho kwan ne nyanya na efata ye na aduro de be ma ono. It should be good. So best take it to say a drone. Maybe I say for baako. Me di wadam for BH. Yeah, bad ye pesa. And our phone. And why you say no. In Tibet no so na ya share hu yi.
Quickly, remember to my palm for a while. We say na yen share send there or more cano. For me start with you because we say na ubo tinko pa. Personally experience. Have you experienced some? And I say be a better when you that. What do you think? Say. First, give us a general overview of drug. Now, for young call what why we are having this usage in excess.
Okay, Romano Spender was say. So, you can say drugs are sena ubichemu hono a chemical compound.
Okay.
Yakabum to relieve you of pain, to heal you from diseases, to boost your immune system. Because as a person, from time to time, we break it down. There are things that are happening around you or environments. When he created these things, sana nipa ebe hun de aye enro na ye de assign ho yare. Okay. That is the purpose for drugs. Now, when we come to what we are talking about, abusing it and then using it the wrong way, see, abeye nom this particular generation and dispensation because of enema baku mienu bia yabobo boso, even sexual intercourse. No? Yes. Bra no te no she green no or she dark no or bobo a lot of drugs or ball baby, and then that was where I was shaking my head because I have seen some of these drugs, like the weed, categories, types, shapes. I've seen them. Weed. Thank you.
You have seen them.
Oh yes, I've seen them.
I was shop
and yes, a shop illegally. People use. Illegally. Oh no, I've seen them.
Illegally, you've seen it.
Not maybe using it illegally. Because I'm just saying something.
I understand.
Obobo weed so. And weed, or Indian hemp or cannabis is they use just a little amount of it in our drugs yenom.
Okay.
But say no Obagana has say ana West Africa ha ana everywhere no. You said the dia.
Second there chemicals in him ana.
And America say you use kakra just a little amount in some of the chemical drugs now right? Obubo bebre or tramadol or car 2 whatever cough syrups and all these things
225
yes and all these cough syrups. I've seen people abuse these cough syrups, Rafenol, codeine, Benylin, all this. I've seen
all of
people,
us are more than a pharmacist.
No, I have seen people abuse it, and I've seen how detrimental it is. And then I'm saying people, no man can't just Emma, you have not seen women drink and take these things before.
Take us there, call.
Some to peer pressure and influence.
Yeah.
Say we who's an enough for weed. Now I graduated from weed to ecstasy. From ecstasy, now if we do Rafenol cough syrups. Now if you offer tramadol. Say yes, unim red. I don't even know what it is.
Unim red.
And I says
me share red that. Wow, me share red that. You come with you no. And no so be say unim red.
Say no. I am so bad to the extent that enye me man nkwa. It says that you Encrofo and America society not doing man so.
Okay.
But I know lots of ladies that are abusing these things and it is very bad.
Okay.
And I'll say peer pressure 1.
Yeah.
2, circumstances. Some places you find yourself and association. We leave association out because you want to say peer pressure, but association if you don't associate with some people, you will not even be pressured.
That's true.
When we say maybe Carol, no maybe, or you are downful, on your fancy be on your downful, and then all of a sudden, one in the bay cool. Now, when we say, I'm into drugs, immediately, I think as a wise person, I will say, woman, that space. Because people are
just by associating.
Yes, you can just get into the whole thing and
okay.
And then 2, our relationships. Say obi eba kwa trempna ne boy num weed onum Rafenol onum deben onum shisha all these things, and then because boy he puts the lady on. Okay. Boys when they say put somebody on
okay, that's the drip audio.
Puts the lady on. Introduces her to all these things and no amabobosui, and then all of a sudden I feel now bana be chain be man. And as omu nyina be ba be yepe nti ube hu omu okrom no ba da be man so da. Ube hu omu party bi ase be man na yeso oba no so ayeso. So I think say in this particular generation abeye too much. It's not like it was not there. No,
but
and Kayenya, we won't get the Pablo Escobars and all these people. But say no, I hear too much. Ama a man no cry, abeye boss scratch and mema. Just that anyway, yeah, and answer ya drink and call man so yeah.
Okay, mami call aja just as a Fafa Kano. By your own overview, and then why the youth today venture into that?
Well, may I say, naturally, drugs are not a bad thing. I think, say, in our definition, in Chirimono, drugs are things that or chemical compounds that we take in. But I think, say, my young limit to to be drugs. In fact, even creams are drugs.
Okay.
Yes. Say when you cut for baby, now I call pharmacy near my withdraw. Say fire so it's a drug. Yeah. Now, say we share what is making the youth abuse drug right now. No, a lot of factors. On the international market, World Health Organization, there are so many drugs are almost abandoning. due to one reason or the other. There are some drugs you find in America that are not good for Africans. But if a pharmaceutical company in that country has made huge, like a large number of those drugs, not say but they still have to move it. They still have to find a way to get that drug out. Until at the end of the day, you just have to understand that the young person out there is going through something, and we zero in on peer pressure.
Yeah.
Social media. The association you talked about, friendship. Nyama when you now expose you to have different perspective on what drugs can do for you. For example, and I like my gentlemen because I say and the gentlemen are very smart. Mommy, he's back home. That's right. Now, we share education now. Every man in Holborn, said they have a very broad idea about what the drugs are doing.
Okay.
Now, let's come down to drugs are enhancing sexual performance.
Honey can say you call after until you on the general level, then you call break bar. Then we delve into that.
Right.
Since that's more,
right.
Yeah.
Now, me conversation and I say me argument dwells more on the fact say we have little and no education about most of these drugs are taking. Now, even when you talk about drug abuse, a friend is saying painkillers. Say doctor ni and now say a pharmacist and prescribing mal is an abuse.
Yeah.
Once it hasn't been prescribed, we don't go back at you and say, oh, you tell your friend say, oh, me hunam na to me hunam ya. No, see, oh, far away. No, for the purpose of this show, me person bought some painkillers.
Yeah.
But I catch you say far away. But problem are who face it in your body. No, to me, you can only describe it. But me now, me catch you say take this drug. No, I'm not experiencing it. Maybe problem I made a call pharmacy. Your mom, your drone. And yet the same problem now also. So the abuse is not just about illegal drugs that are banning on the international market and I say even our market here. But who call pharmacy now mami drawing. Sometimes we have pharmacists who can ask you say then others will not also ask you because at the end of the day they need this drug to move.
Yeah.
Into your mouth. Who be take care? You have abused the drug. And so we need to understand say misinformation that comes from is what leads to us abusing these drugs. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, we have boys and girls show media the Foster Romanus. And I'm Mr. Listowell. As I can about in Raya Mebunu afar say Adane and Norman I say Adane Bibia Ubia Yebi. And I di hu yen komono. Ye beko akwakoji aboafo enkrato ne ba ye betwa enkomono so boys and girls boys and girls
Ba GH Schools. Sawoba GH Media. You trust journalism and media studies, journalism and media arts, television and film production, and multimedia production. GH Cosmetology School. So, you makeup, eye enhancement, body massaging, body therapy, hair technology, pedicure, and manicure. I GH Fashion School. You said you pam ladies and men wear, children's wear, bridal wear, any suit. Ebano GH Catering School Swa. Yetre cake decoration, pastries, juice making, event decorations, and hotel management. GH Technology School. Besia computer networking, hardware, and software, CCTV installation, and home security. GH Schools. Your state of of the art studios, yes, science or industrial standard equipment. Your hostel facility at a Bay school, no. Yeah, instant admissions. Befawo forms, our GH schools premises. Anata forms, our online. Shisha ya crying, our Achimota abofu. Yabe ICGC, Achimota new station area. Wow. Freyen GH schools. Train, practice, achieve.
That's why I boys and girls show. Me didn't hear the first time romance. I said that and come here GH schools, GH fashion school, GH media school, GH catering school, GH cosmetology school, and a GH technology school, and as usual Kivo Gary and a Kivo hot shito meko ankasa. And to Yeguswa Edin come about in anyhow a mebunu afano World Cup are almost abusing. Say and I bet that is such that even at very young age, it has become part of relationship. People are using it to enhance their sex life, which it is not even good in the first place. But we've already had one or two opinions on it we say yen go into details nation and so no and saying dey ntina ama ye mebu no pese omo kire say ono na oye King Kong on the ono siswa 4 hours 3 hours prayer camp so onko di 3 hours e wo ho no mo eti we no me ba man ho straight pel dey ntina ama mema na start yes and say mo man no so mo like why
Mr. Foster, Meka say, ebi man, ebi ninsu man.
Ade na man.
Yan funny say, when bema be what relationship mumu date, and then because of your past experiences, sometimes in painful to say abstain till you are ready, but as wait yeah. Now the consequences is I've left this one and he used to give me more than you can give me. To say I'll move on to the next person. On some person or your bear man and ego soon on person over catch and say he's low into no so bad day. Or befa na watch I will say Magania Magashia, you want Magao. Near Baba and so on, no so catch I will say, mean to me bejaja me home mano. And my name Begumeni Sainti, and that will also enhance my pleasure. No, and then I say honey, you say bee, you say sweet stuff, dear cook and milk, or say dear. I may your internet no so da.
Boba, mommy to be USB, and I say,
me say. Kaya Mata, thank you. I know now. Oh, share TikTok. Anything just to ensure that Obano will stay on top of the game and. Some of them might be positive and a lot might be negative, and this is not actually helping the youth. That is my opinion.
Good. A competition. Ankasenka at the end you be an so Adentina as I bet Dani that norm say Chinchina say Mika will be an say me. What is the mindset behind that one? Yeah.
Okay. Drugs na ekano. Sometimes guys no bo on more person in a girl and have sex at home. Obeka try say me boa me ho nti so boa ho. Na say all boa no ho no. Onim de okono no.
Times it comes to the point where especially the girls who are not experienced or are not very vibrant when it comes to the bed, right? And then their boyfriends will say they'll say that you don't pleasure me enough. You don't give me the things I want. If you want me to do things for you and I won't go and cheat on you, then do something for me. That pushes her to go and do what? Take these drugs. Then she comes prepared. Well, then you see her, no, they frafra drinks, soft drinks, milk, condense, so sedenyo, no, they frafra, toffee now, kaya no, and the kaya mata. Almost say kaya mata no. Oh no man, wait to me ajo bi kunu crampo.
Wow.
Sana omo kano, and no na omo kamo. And yes, it's the pressure too from the boys. And yet, well, some people you just need to teach them. They don't know. Instead of telling them to go and drink and come and show you and perform like the side chicks that you are going for, no. Teach them so that they will do what? Do what you want. Don't tell them to go and drink things, come and make stuffy. Oh, no.
Wow. Okay. Tell me why you did.
I would have because I am someone. So I me pede me fa from this angle. Or very disturbing.
very disturbing. Again, in as much as we are here to have a bit of entertainment and education, yeah, either we are not telling some things. And so me say, both our brothers and sisters are, you can tell within the, we've been exposed to information we were not supposed to be exposed to.
Okay.
We've been exposed to things it wasn't at this stage or even before this stage but because in this generation Z, because of the technology available to us, we've speed up with a lot of things. The negative side are doors watching the positive.
Okay.
And because of this very topic, so let me just go straight with drugs. Anything or enhance or performance, whether sex or strength or whatever, when your body stage or your body strength is not ready to carry that capacity, or how it tend to worry you, because I can lift a cement bag which is about 50 kilograms, and then because I want to be paid more, because it's not only sex. Because I want to be paid more, I want more income, so I choose to carry times 10 of that just so I can be paid more. And so it comes to worry your system, and it looks as if that this very generation, Mr. Foster, our rate is going higher and is shooting up every minute. The most disturbing one is the aspect of sex.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I don't see the reason why you would want to go to the satisfactory stage in sex. Why be worry? I mean, satisfy the person for an award or satisfy the person for what ticket? What? Two, for our ladies also to come to the extent of being sweet to satisfy. I mean, satisfy the man. No, so Oria. So I know them no so Oria. Was he a manager? No.
Yeah.
See, on a more serious note, what is the end result? What positive end does it have? In the agile way, then we want to impress, or a lady want to impress him. What is the end result? That is what, as a generation, then my final thing is that say look at the results that comes. None of them have been positive. Even I want to work under prescription, there are a lot of old baby, their body built resistance against them. They tend to take it even more and more. We should know, and then we should use this platform also, as ladies and gentlemen. Most of us, when we go out, we see people recommending us that we saw you on TV and that. This is the time we need to tell this generation there. This is becoming, in fact, it is becoming worse than we think. That living beings will be sleeping on legs. That is not how God created it. That is not how it's supposed to be. And we should frown again. We shouldn't even laugh with it.
At
all. You must be humble. Your money be crying humble because of this. You taking pills just to glow. ECG.
Ora Romanus.
Yeah.
Medium back fat na say to full. First one there na buy no more rounds no. Meant me anka sabi. Do me so. We a me anka some experience.
Okay.
Makwa bonti aba. Na mba na mu say area boys aka awufufuo aye nkwan. Na menim say we ni bi o. Na they tell me like obika say sa ne man eya na makuma me bufu no. Ma modam de asedem nya me modam bi. Me say, me konum bi no. Otwa as a mum sir, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ma sole. Ma you say. Oya, na won sa ba say ah, you say na me tie. Me timi ko mani ma na ko jon sa konfona che ma you say. No say ah, there be. And you say na me tie. En kan tell me say we ya papa. Eke kume. Nyame na je me. Yan hwa de yan sambra en na so de. Say you Mr. Listo etiwe or Jenny school you so bet me the GH head school abeka ho Elon Musk ho e dwen say wo de eniema kese beba what wo say o person satisfy oba 4 hours poverty mindset oh here dwen one for prepaid cano and Pamago. Now, Bano Atupa Ebemoska Atupa Ebemoska. Me enter the Becca, be serious. Atupa Ebemoska. Doppel, Mr. Domo Atupa Ebemoska.
And one thing I've also noticed that most guys are naive when it comes to sex.
Naive no
you see the body of a woman it's a complex nature. If you want to satisfy a woman, there are ways and means to do it.
Are we here drone?
You don't need you wouldn't need the drugs.
Oh my tears of my tears of I know Matthew 4 and I say
yes. Yes, Songs of Solomon, Bible. There are Obabiani how to touch her, to get her to like to arouse her. Sorry. And not all women achieve orgasm or satisfaction through vaginal sex.
Okay.
There are ways and means to give pleasure to every single other woman. If you are ignorant of these things, you will be forced to go in for drugs to please the woman. Obi oha no krano opa one that 3 days continues. Her body naturally she cannot achieve orgasm by vaginal sex. That is why foreplay in sex plays a crucial role. But most guys jump the foreplay straight into the act. Into no obeko be 2 minutes, 3 minutes no obe home twe. Oba no be wuru say 1 year. But if you are taking time to explore the body of the woman, communicate to the woman, where do I touch? If I am so there, once you are able to get there.
Wow. But that is for you to find out.
That is why sex is a communication.
Okay.
If you are having an affair with a matured mind, she should be able to know her self-worth to tell you, say, this is the part of my body I also it gives me pleasure. She should be confident. But at times, they don't know themselves well. For them to tell the man that, they just leave the man for the man to find it, or the bare 3 hours. Meanwhile, is just something small. No, okay. To cut all those things short, drugs it will in the end affect the health of the man. As my sister was saying, as a man, the more you continue to use those drugs, it derails you naturally. I feel bones that by the time you get to 35, 40, impotence will be setting in. Because without the drugs, you cannot perform again. One number, Kojo taught you. Meanwhile, that is not how God programmed your body to be. So I think that my brothers should also take time, read and get to know and understand how to perform sex well.
You say I'm many because the mate no about for yada mwase se mwaso ya cinema yadi dwumadi aba enti yenko je omonkra ye ba meba me mabedwa form entem ana omonchen ni eti omonso omode boys and girls it's on. Boys and girls
Akwaba ba GH Schools. Sawoba GH Media. You trust journalism and media studies, journalism and media arts, television and film production, and multimedia production. GH Cosmetology School. So, you makeup, eye enhancement, body massaging, body therapy, hair technology, pedicure, and manicure. I GH Fashion School. You said you pam ladies and men wear, children's wear, bridal wear, any suit. Ebano GH Catering School Swa. Yetre cake decoration, pastries, juice making, event decorations, and hotel management. GH Technology School. Besia computer networking, hardware, and software, CCTV installation, and home security. GH Schools. Your state-of-the-art studios. Science or industrial standard equipment. Your hostel facility at a bank school. No. Instant admissions. Befawo forms. Our GH Schools premises. Anata forms. Our online. Shusha yechi kwan our Achimota Abofu. Yeben ICGC. Achimota New Station area. Wow. Freyen. GH Schools. Train. Practice. Achieve.
Okay, Adam was say Okoso awo share a boys and girls show about for so yeah that mwase bebre meeting Foster Romanus and name ama Mr. Listo. My membra my bedroom for so. Now the banner made it in there. I think say was say you discussing the issue of parental guidance and social media. I will for a role omu play and a social media. Ne ho a connection, but I think say another conversation for another time. My member bedroom for so Papa Mr. Toes, my member your friend is saying Aja say I know like based on the attitude here no. What are your thoughts? In the next 5-6 years, yeah, expect it be even currently no. Yemfani na nya tofa say yeah tufu at the end there. What would be your word? I will be catch say the omo fano. In so be na edas here. They are likely say omu benya and I say a better woman. Roma. Yes.
Why am caught into the next 5 years? No crowd woman is say instance once when I started about 7-8 years ago. Now, if you take a stroll through fertility clinics today, and I'll bet here. Now, near me say young men or NTRC and say our bodies, hunam, the way nyame are very different from women. And you know, there are a lot of psychological trauma that we go through. Depression. We don't even admit these things to ourselves. That is why sometimes we share our baby. Within some few minutes now yo. And young lady she said some things and I'm very impressed by that. Like when you are having a conversation with Oba Sebi for the very first time, to Obuasi with the yobbing, the information now would be out here. Mayenshia agro nifem. Mayenshia answer. So you can put it out there. Not too long ago, Mitiana Mekan say Obebia, it is a book. There's the chapters. Into 1, 2, 1 chapters. Now success can we rush with the foreplay. Yen 2 year book because more boys, but somebody come with profile. Oh, acclaim.
Clearing agent. Mami mbra fafaso.
So, I think per the submissions we have seen there are a lot of implications, complications, disadvantages to these drugs especially when it comes to sexual intercourse. It is not necessary. You don't have to do it. It is not part of the whole sexual thing. And sex Yeah, and what's here, no change. There be like I just said, say 2 minutes and we'll be to me aqua. Let him go. Say 5 minutes is your maximum. You should, and then I say, don't brag when you are talking to the ladies. Don't brag. Only what baby here for the first time. You guys have not met before. And I make okay. So disadvantages, impotency. At the long run. Yes, it will die. A man, cervical cancer, like she said, because there are a lot of things that our
system, no.
Yes, our reproductive system, no. A very simple place, simple, very very simple but complicated. Because the more all the chemicals and was echo into contact, no, it brings a lot of infections and things. Women don't know this, but your reproductive system doesn't need too much. Just clean water.
Me studio audience so oba ba akona bema ba akona fe efutuo ben ye de ma ye aha pel ma efutuo ba akoye mfa ma ya hwefo
futuo me bema me nuane mo ma ne say bone de esme ma yindi, which is the having the sex, but if you can't abstain and you want to still do it, please use protection. Enya nyinsem kwa na wo dan free STDs and so on. But if we show any bear man say my test no be clean, na say open and wrong so take a lot of water. Eat fruits and vegetables. It will make you naturally wet as a lady. And then please rest within the sex breaks. Wow. Or about 2 minutes now rest kakra. You have that time. Don't force yourself to go more than your strength. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I've listened to my colleagues, and a whole lot of them has made so many contributions. I just want them to know that this drugs for sex has been there before even we were born. This things has been there way longer before we were born. So I think we shouldn't even go closer to those things, because I wouldn't blame those out there doing these stuffs. I would just thank God and pray to God I don't find myself in their situations.
Okay.
Because I had no idea how they end up over there, how they got to that level of taking those drugs. Somebody would take it without going close to a lady. There are people out there taking those stuff without going close to ladies. They don't take it not necessarily for women. They just take it just to hide themselves. See, we that are here, I will just make it close or very short to us that we will pretend we don't go close to those things. Many of us are here pretending we have no idea, we have no knowledge about those things. But we know we are into it. We're doing it one way or the other. I know we can't stop just with a single day. It's a gradual process because we are addicted to it. I know many of us here are addicted to it. We can't just stop in a single day. All I can say, we should try as much as we can to start avoiding it because it has so much complicated.
Very complicated. Ain't yen try na yen jai. Aja also because yen try na.
To the men, quickly. Dates, tiger nuts, ginger. Find a way. No, honey. Find a way. Blend this together, and drink. That is all you need. Man, you should read what Gorontula can do for you. Just that. Just read on it.
Yes, so the mechanic say abusing drugs and then using drugs for things that are not important, especially things that are not necessarily like sexual intercourse and boying as a youth. We are dying too early. And like Ato said, very serious. Yeah, they say, but very, 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 very serious. Yeah. And I think that I will say now our elderly people in the society come into these situations because I say they are laid back. Gen Z, and we are doing a lot of crazy things in the generation. So I think to the ladies, what I'll say is go the natural way. Don't stress yourself. Don't over expect from the man. You two men, don't talk too much to the lady.
Aha ena yedi jumedi ni eba ewiye wo a wo hwe ye no ehu hia se obefe nro bebre se wo di please nipa ba ko pe ewo nipa 6 billion mu no nipa ba ko penti no you are putting yourself into things yes at risk enti wo na wo fie no fa wadwen to ho suade kenkan na make sure say o bo ho ban because nyinche eye adepa meaning the Foster Romanus yeda ya boafo GH schools ka GH schools 5 schools GH Media School, GH Cosmetology School, GH Catering School, GH Fashion School and GH Technology School. Mada start with the day as from GH Fashion School matade or the mami na fe yada Kivo se Kivo Gary bibia wo mu de dade wo hia eni nsua etene open so akase de hia ni nsua achele bosan ebe he bio that's it boys and girls